Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank God you're here. I was already panicking. Martin, Catonius, welcome, welcome, welcome. As usual, people are going to have to bring me up to speed on what the heck I was doing here, because this looks like a hot mess. What exactly did I think my game plan was here? Cool. Well, this is all going to happen. I think over here I was planning to make fuel, because there's like 2 drops of fuel in the tank, and we're not going to get very far. And then, of course, there's the war panda and the flamingo. I genuinely don't remember why I was building out these pieces here. I can only assume I was going to broaden out my freezer, and then at the same time, I've got to make it equal on the other side. So, I'm going to have to do that. I'll put shelves in there or something. The Abbot of Steel thing is back. So apparently Paul, who came in with the Steelism religion, he's back on board. Probably now that Rhodey's joined, who is, by the way, decompressing from a long night of hardcore narcotics, and is pretty darn sad about that. Yeah, so we got to get through some psychite addiction with all Rhodey here. And I've armed him. I've armed Rhodey with a light machine gun and said, good luck with your withdrawals, kid. Oh, it's going to be a good time around here. This is going to be a good day. I can see it. Hey, Paul, you were like Minister of Steel or something. You want to be that again? We kind of backburnered that, but what the heck? You were that before. You may as well be one now. So go ahead. Yeah, we'll have the Steelism nonsense back in. I just got rid of your silly little thing over here. We don't need this thing anymore, I don't think. So, actually, do we? Hang on. I should check what exactly we need for steel. Yeah, the mark of Steelism. We're back on Steelism. I'd rather we were on man pork, frankly. Buzzkill needs more red-hot thruster action. Don't we all, really? I think don't we all is the answer to that question. I know I certainly do. Yeah, Buzzkill is apparently segregated by YouTube. Only in live chat, not anywhere else. We're working on the lawsuit for that. Igor, you can get up now. So go ahead and get up. Go do the religious thing. I think you're actually into that. Yeah, Igor, where'd you go, kid? Igor, there you are. Are you into that nonsense? Yeah, you're into hyper-steelism. Cool. Now I gotta put a steelism thing back in. Well, good news for you, Buzzkill. Your legal advisor is right here and playing RimWorld, which is exactly what you want from your legal advisor. You want to walk into their office and it's all like leather and books and things. I don't know, it smells like law. And the guy's just tapping out some RimWorld there. And he's like, I'll be right with you. I've got a raid going on right now. And you're like, I am here for legal advice. He's like, cool, dude, sit and chat. All right, but I've got a raid going on right now. Also, there's a flamingo loose in my ship. So that is exactly what you want from your legal advisor, which is in fact me. Ooh, there's a dead guinea pig. Funsies. Okay, cool, we'll have that. Speaking of hardcore narcotics, boy, kids, how are we doing on that? Because I really need some hardcore narcotics. I think even if I put up hydroponics, maybe that would work. Maybe. I could also renegotiate this entire room into a very tiny hydroponics area. We've done that, and we've done that. So Paul's back in charge of our major religions. Stephen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Paul's back in charge of our religions now. So good for you, kid. You came in here with it, and you're going to go out with it. Probably, in a coffin of some sort. Okay, just get things moving a little bit faster. That's really what I need to do. I kind of need to reevaluate why the heck I was doing any of this, because I don't know. I simply don't know. Is it against the law to steal ships from pirates and use them to fight other pirates? No, there's like a term for that. Isn't that, like you're a pirate, but you're a legally sanctioned pirate? What is that? There's like a total term for that. People used to do that all the time. Hang on, I've got stone-faced tigers. Wait a minute, we're going to have to go back to that. I've got stone-faced tigers. 11 wild tigers are hunting. Okay, cool. First of all, cool. You should be hunted by tigers. That's awesome. No, not sailor. That's gonna really bug me. Not buccaneer, but it's something like that, where they were basically like privateer. That's it. Buzzkill's got it. A privateer. They were like legal pirates. They were pirates for the government. Usually the British, occasionally the French, sometimes the Dutch. Basically anyone who wasn't the Caribbean. Roy Scat, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, you are offering a lot of good stuff to take out some tigers. That's a lot of good stuff. Advanced components times 20? A gene pack for fire spew? We're not really super into genes right now. I am thinking of privateers, Martin. I usually am. You know, over the weekend, I like to sit around, Mrs. Dave, and think about privateers. Famous privateers in history. What the nature of privateering was. Boats that privateers may have used. It's kind of how we spend our weekends. It's a relationship thing. Can we take 11 tigers? Now, that's a vague question, Em. Because in my mind, when you said, can we take 11 tigers, what I hear is, can we please own 11 tigers? Because, yay, tigers. Can I take out 11 tigers? Tigers are definitely sheep, Buzzkill. I mean, come on. Come on that one. Please. That's an easy one. That's like day one biology class. Can I take out 11 tigers is a completely different question. And the answer is, I'm going to give you a loose maybe on that. Hoping that my turrets can do a lot of the work. All right, skill trainer for animals is great. What's the book? What does this do? Intellectual up. Okay, not bad, if not spectacular. Wow, that 300 plasteel, huh? I have 1 plasteel right now. Boy, I could use that. Boy, that'd be super awesome. Yeah, we're going to see if we can take out 11 tigers in the next 21 hours. This is going to be a fun time at the old camp today. Let's go ahead and get my plan to do whatever it is I was doing, because I genuinely don't know at any given moment. This is why I need Spike Little Girl to come back. I really can't be left unattended. I kind of need people to tell me what I was doing the last time I was here so I can repeat my genius. Hashtag geniusosity. I mean, when you're a genius, hashtag geniusosity, you can't be expected to hold on to thoughts. Or indeed write them down, like Mrs. Dave said. She's always doing that. She writes everything down. Like the things that she needs to do. Like a to-do list, if you will. A list of things to do. And then she gets all the things done. And if she doesn't, she writes it again the next day. And I don't. Because I'm like, wow, I should totally do that. And then like 3 hours later, I've done 15 other things that are all valuable in and of themselves, but not really the thing I was supposed to do. You see, that's kind of how my day goes. Mrs. Dave is much smarter about these things. The only dumb thing she did was marry me. These colonists aren't even ours. Which colonists? Which colonists? I do not understand your question. Gemily, welcome, welcome, welcome. The only colonists we've got that aren't ours are these two. Duty here and Crypto. And I can just keep them in the ship just so they don't accidentally get eaten by a tiger. Which is a threat, to be sure. I'm not saying that's not a realistic threat. It is. But I tell you what, if the tigers came from here, that would be ideal. That'd be super if they went ahead and did that. That would make my life so much easier. Yeah, I must have been like planning on extra storage down here. Also, let's get rid of the... Well, actually, do I want to get rid of... Is it necessary to get rid of the floor lamp? Wait, hang on. Oh, we've changed... Oh, we're into the Outlaw Creed now. Nope, wait a minute. We're into Hyperstealism. Hyperstealism is in there. And we've got a new Mastodon. I'm way behind on naming Mastodons, largely because they keep dying to our bullets. But I'm way behind on naming Mastodons. So, cool, Paul. I appreciate that. It's just that we knew that. We just made you like the High Priest of Steel things. So this is not a big surprise. Is everyone surviving? Gemily, you're not new here. You're not new here. Is everyone surviving at the current moment? Sure. Yeah. Cool. Is everyone surviving once the tigers show up? Yeah. A little column A, a little column B. Badger, welcome. Is everyone going to be alive that's currently alive now? Well, maybe not. I've given a withdrawing drug addict a light machine gun and just set him on his way. I've got 2 other colonists who are genetic drug addicts who are down and will die, actually, if I don't get them some Psychite tea in the reasonably near future. The Psychite's not coming along well at all. 25% grown. Yay. So, I mean, your question is valid and relevant. It's just, it's not a question I can answer right now. We've got an embryo, if that helps. Does that help you at all? It's Thule and Igor's kid. Igor, by the way, congratulations, you're 15, you're a dad now. Or you will be when I pop this thing out of the tube. It's going to be a wonderful time. You're going to love it. Well, you may or may not. I don't know quite how that sort of biology works. I think that's some sort of like chemical thing. when the child is born and your kid's in a tube. Which, by the way, you're probably sad about, aren't you? Missing form of steel. We're going to work on that. No, you don't care. Does Thule care? Oh, you have uncovered body parts. What? What is uncovered today, kid? What do you want? Like the man in the iron mask thing? What is going on? Yeah, I basically accidentally created Blade. So well, here's the thing, Gemily. Here's the thing. Igor and Thule didn't necessarily plan to have a baby, nor indeed do they like each other that much, nor indeed were they even in the same room. So what I did is I got bits out of Thule and bits out of Igor. Well, technically Igor kind of handled that part himself. We're not going to discuss that. But Igor, kind of went off in a dark corner and handled that himself for about 30 seconds or so. And neither of them planned to be parents, but they are, and their kid's in a tube. Hang on. There we go. Coffee in my face. So that's going to be fun when that thing pops out. But yes, the Igor being a sanguiphage and Thule having a hat. You can imagine when you combine those two, you effectively get Blade. So what I've got somewhere in here, which one of you is the baby? No, I just want the baby. Thank you, just the baby. Yeah, inspect the genes. Thank you. So generally, here's a fun thing that I've done. Again, these two crazy kids, and I do mean kids. Igor is in fact 15 years old. Welcome to fatherhood, Igor. Just like America. What I've done is smash the two of them together. So we've got, okay, there's a pack of tigers coming soon. We've got fast wound healing, intense UV sensitivity, strong melee damage, and really good at mining. That's not really pertinent to what we're discussing now, and dark vision. So really, many of the strengths of a sanguiphage, and only really one of the weaknesses, I would assume without, any dependency on hemogen. I made Blade. I mashed up two people and made Blade. In fact, the only difference between this kid and Blade, this kid's going to run real slow. Just kind of plod along. It's like a big lazy Blade. It's like Blade who's not into it that day. It's like, I don't know if I feel like fighting vampires. I don't know if I'm into that. Where are the tigers? Okay, cool. Oh, they have scaria. That's unfortunate. We won't be able to eat out many of them. For today's team, okay, close that. We're in pause mode, right? Yeah. Put everybody inside the ship. Yeah, stick close to the ship. Thank you. What does that zone cover, by the way? Do I need to alter that? A little bit, but I'm not going to sweat it right at this exact second. And then put all the mechs inside the ship, and put all the animals inside the ship, especially the flamingo. Okay, this is all fine. This is all just fine. Can we just give the kid bionic legs? Look, generally. Nobody wants to strip parts off of this kid and jam on a toaster instead. You know I'm doing that. Generally, that's like entry level Wee Hours stuff. That's entry level. You come in the door to this channel and you're like, okay, what limb is he going to rip off today? Because he loves doing that. I do think I've got to get them out of the tube first. And I don't know. I don't want this to just be like a duplicate of stuff I've already done. I want to have a clearer vision for Blade 2.0. As I've created here. There's a vision in here somewhere, Gemmeline. You know I have visions, and I know you love the visions. You're like, oh boy, hope he's having a vision today. I don't think you probably talk like that. But in my mind, actually, I don't even think you talk like that in my mind. I just said that in that sort of weird way, which is like vaguely heading towards a southern accent, but then I just sort of stopped abruptly and went left. So with all of that being said, nobody wants to strip this kid off of his limbs, his head, his neck, whatever, and staple other things there. But I have to have the vision, Gemily. I have to have the vision. This just can't be another Tittles or another baby who is named Baby. I've done that. There has to be something deeper and, dare I say it, darker. Like if I could mash the kid and a mastodon, I'm in. But right now I can't. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just completely go berserk on rewriting this kid's genetic code, but every time I do a xenogerm, it overwrites the old one. I just love to put literally every gene in this kid until he was somebody who's got a lot of genetics. I'm trying to think, is there a superhero who's got a lot of genetics in them? And I can't think of anything. Let's address our tiger problem. If we could, we've got a tiger problem. The tigers are coming from the wrong direction. That is mildly unfortunate. I prefer they were coming from a completely different direction. Yeah, Paul, you're going to want to tuck inside there, kid. Yeah, we can't be losing our priest now. Vetrov's coming in. Okay. I would assume the turrets are going to keep them distracted from, like, things. Okay, slow it all down. Slow it all down. There we go. All right. I would like to have Grunt. Welcome, welcome, welcomes. I mean, Grunt, are they really dark visions? They're visions. They're visions. One can't say they're dark or light, good or bad, evil or slightly less evil. There are lines I won't cross in RimWorld. We've seen them before. Not many. I think there's been like 2, frankly. But there's lines I won't cross. But in terms of taking an embryo and giving it a couple of bionic legs, that ain't one of them. That's not a line. I will leap over that line. I will just saunter over that line, laughing at that line, going, ha, line. A centaur, but with mastodon instead of horse. Wouldn't it be lopsided, though? Because a centaur, like a human body on a horse neck, that kind of fits. But a mastodon is huge. I think the human body would look very, very tiny and non-threatening. What with it not having tusks and all. I'm going to get a loose team together here, because this will probably go squirrely pretty fast. So you guys, anyone who's not unconscious, if you could just like all come out here. Rhodey, you need to come out with the kill squad here. You're on our side now, so you can come up in here and do some killing. Okay, let's see what happens. Again, I'm going to assume that the turrets are going to kind of keep them distracted. Hang on, coffee in my face. There we go. And Gemely's got it perfectly. RimWorld provides, and Geniusosity, well, really does everything else. Hashtag Geniusosity. RimWorld is my canvas for my genius. Hashtag Geniusosity. Are the turrets going to get involved? No. Oh, yes. Oh, they sure are. Okay, cool. So team, except you. Team, except you. Team, everybody, like, come outside. The turrets will definitely keep them distracted for a while. Yeah, they'll probably beat up the turrets, but that's okay. The turrets are kind of disposable. I can make more turrets. Turrets are fine. If they kind of came in like one at a time, they're not coming in. Okay, they're going to blow up like all of my turrets. Actually, no, everybody stay exactly where you were. We were having a good time there. Okay, and then release... Actually, what animals are in the area? Do I have anything I can animal war call? No, just the tigers, weirdly. Ironic, I think. I'm never really sure of the definition of irony. That in and of itself might be ironic. So let's get the mastodons in. Now, this is an epic fight. This is a fight that historians have argued over for at least 20 minutes. Mastodon versus tiger. Who wins? Vetrov, you might want to, like, take cover, dude. Because, like, that tiger's got an eye on you. The tiger's kind of in the base, guys. The tigers are in the base. The tigers have penetrated the perimeter. Tigers have... Oh, Rowan, why are you not contributing to this nonsense? They have penetrated the perimeter. Rowan, you don't have a weapon, do you? You don't do anything at all, do you? You have to go with the non-shooty team, Rowan. I don't know why you volunteered for the shooty team. That was not wise of you. We're going to go do... Oh, whoa, back it off. There's more of them. Okay, things are happening. Things are very excited here. The Mastodons move exactly when they need to, Em. Okay, you don't tell a Mastodon when to move. The Mastodon will tell you when it plans on moving. There's another tiger down there. We vaguely see that. Do we want to maybe have a couple of little shots at that? Okay, we've killed that tiger. Are there any other... Those tigers are all, like, bleeding out. Those are fine tigers. Those are ideal tigers right now. Cool. Everybody's off duty. I think that went very well. And these guys will all... Oh, you have Scaria, and we're not going to be able to get you. Any animals that don't have Scaria, could we, like, eat them? They might all have Scaria. Okay, put everyone back where they're supposed to be. And so everyone here, unrestricted. Oh, except maybe I should keep those other two inside. Well, I'll deal with the consequences of my actions later. And then Agrahans, you can go wherever the heck you want because I need wood. Clean Sweeper inside, and you guys are unrestricted. And then the animals, the Mastodons need to go into Don't Eat Our Food. So you guys are there. The panda can do that too. Sorry, if anyone's getting caught up, I have a panda and a flamingo. There's stories behind that, but we're not really going to discuss them very much. It's honestly best if we don't. Can we keep a kitty? No one would love to more than me. I think probably not, because they all have... Yeah, they all have scaria. They're going to be dead. Even if I cure them, they're going to be dead. What did I actually do to this? What did I shoot off? I shot off its ear. Wow. That was a really good shot to shoot off a tiger ear. Dang, we're good at that. How many turrets did they take out? One down here. And that's kind of it. They took out one turret. Oh, no, 2 turrets. Okay, 2 turrets is fine. I can repair 2 turrets. That's not that big a deal. Let's start some deconstruction here, shall we? So let's do... I'd like to keep the bedroom if we could, so just get rid of that for right now, and that. And then down here, get rid of that, and, like, just that, basically, just that. All right, so deconstruct that, deconstruct those 2 things over there. This can be some more storage. Those can get moved anywhere but where they are right now. This is all coming together very nicely. This is... I'm not happy with my radio phone room here, my talk to space people. It's taking up a lot of space to talk to space. Here's the thing. I don't really need 2 tanks. 1 will be sufficient. Because it's more about the thrusters than it is how much fuel I've got. I think we're going to rework something here. I'm just not sure what. Somebody go deconstruct that. Make that go away. The hallway is awful, Buzzkill, but good news. Most of it is covered in green shag carpeting that in itself is covered in mastodon poop. Is this... Are you injured down here? Oh, yeah, you got a little bit of a problem with your hoof there. You'll be fine, kid. You'll shake that off in no time and back up to War Mastodon. Okay, 31% grown on that. 31%. And if I'm going to deconstruct that, do I really need fuel? No, but it won't really hurt if I have some extra. So go ahead and... Really? Know where you want to put that. I put this in the wrong place. It needs a better floor. Okay, hang on. The pods are here. Pods, hi. Who wants to be better at animals? I don't know. Is anyone good at that sort of thing? Who does it? That's largely Rowan and Rhodey. Dudris, no, like anyone but you, basically. See, the problem with Rowan is he's not combat ready. I would actually rather these were under Rhodey's control, because at least he comes out on the missions. So these are all going to be under Rhodey's control here. Rhodey, what is your animal skill? 11. How about we made that even better? Okay, how about you are Lord of the Mastodons? Okay, Lord of the Mastodons. That's what we're going to go with here. If we do, I can't apologize enough for that. It's the only one I've got, so there's nothing I can do about it. It's going to wander. That's going to happen. These guys are all rotting. Are you not rotting? I mean, if we can eat you, that's cool. Oh, the refugees are out. Well, that'll free up some bedrooms. That'll free up some rooms right there. Thank you for coming by and not killing us. Wow, 11 to 18 on his animal skill. Holy moly, that was worth it. Okay, all of this has got to get deconstructed. First of all, be smart, Dave. Remove the roof. Okay, remove the roof. And then come back to that later when the roof is actually gone. So I need somewhere more solid I can do this. This looks solid. I mean, this is like granite or something. It's rough slate. If you can't put a production thing on rough slate, I don't know what the heck is wrong with this world. I mean, I do. But it has nothing to do with rough slate. All right, so let's do this again. That, and then, I don't know, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then somebody slap a door in there, and then somebody run a power line through that, too. So zip that down here. All right, that's got to be good for supporting that thing. Okay, this is up and running, which is nice. So that'll be boosting our power. When this is deconstructed, what I'll do is take all the batteries I can and shove them into this room. So the chance for a mammoth explosion is even higher. And then I can put the religious thing that they want back in here. Their hyper-steel nonsense can go back in here. They'll love it. I don't know if they're going to love it, but they'll love it. They'll be real keen on that. So the refugees are out. That means they liked their stay, and they're going to give us something really awesome later. Those refugee quests, I mean, when they say they're going to give you something later, it's really good. Like, it's something insanely good that you desperately wanted. They're not stingy. They're not stingy. We're losing a little bit of power here. And by a little, I mean, boy, we're losing a lot of power here. That's because my solar panels ain't working. You know why, Dave? Because it's nighttime. It's nighttime. That's why we have batteries. So we can store power overnight. You see, overnight. Is this a zone? That is a zone. Can we get Rhodey? Oh, you're getting the plasteel. Oh, never mind. The Mastodon got the helmet. Good job, Mastodon. Taking time out from your combat duties to haul some stuff around. Good deal. Why are we not making backstone blocks? Like, for realsies, what is the problem here? We're supposed to be doing this, like, literally forever. Who's going to have a break risk? Oh, it's Rhodey again. Yeah, it's your drug withdrawal. There's not a real heck of a lot I can do about that, kid. You're kind of stuck with that until, well, you get over it, frankly. Until you don't have that anymore. 31% grown on the psychoid. I would love a trader to come in. Even if I had, like, 2 cups of psychite tea. That would be enough. And M is entirely correct. That's the entire reason she has the blue wrench. Turns out, I mean, we gave her the blue wrench so she could write the word "but" because YouTube kept censoring her. But it turns out she's actually an excellent moderator. She really keeps you guys in line. So very, very happy to keep the blue wrench and the word "but" if you're into that sort of thing. And who isn't? I mean, I'm sitting on one right now. It's really handy for that. It's like you've got a built-in cushion when you sit down. You don't really need cushions. I mean, this is probably why we didn't invent cushions for a long time. We didn't need them. I don't really need one. I'm good. I got a built-in one right here. Does the job. Okay, what is my best next move? No sign of the mechs. So the mechs are not coming anytime in the near future, which means we can chill here. The goal here is to, well, first of all, deconstruct that. Move all the batteries down. Make the church a church again. Somebody has the plague. 2 people have the plague. Paul, I feel like this is like the 7th time you've had the plague. You're always getting the plague. Why? Why do you have the plague? All right, Thule's dealing with you, and then Thule, you should be on self-tend, so you can deal with your... No, Thule, do you want to deal with your own plague? Oh, you already did. Wow, you're quick. Okay, good job. So, yeah, okay, everybody has... Well, I say everybody. 2 people have the plague. 2 people have the plague. Martin, there's absolutely a line. There absolutely... And I think we've looked at it like twice. We've walked up to that line and said, no. Nope, don't like that. Nope. But it's very rare. Usually I am happy committing any sort of war atrocity. Things that other people haven't thought of. Dictators throughout the centuries have never thought of the things I do. I'm cruel beyond all reasonable expectations. But there are some lines. There's some things where I've said, no, you know what? Actually not comfortable with that. That is really not okay. All right. Yes, we keep abstracting Hemogen from your member. By the way, what am I going to do with you apart from keep blood farming you? It's just I've got a fair bit of blood right now. It's not going to last forever. You're missing an arm and a lung. Remind me, were you any good? Yeah, you're actually not that bad. You're not that bad. What? We've done a quest. Okay, that's the refugee quest ending too. Okay, that's all broadly fine. What is my relationship with the Empire? I know I've looked at this. Yeah, neutral plus 59. I need a few more points to be able to call them to send a trade caravan, which is ideally what I'd like to do, because I need stuff. And I've got an amount of things to sell, not a lot. Igor's down there watching TV, and his certainty fell. He's not certain about the TV anymore. I get it, kid. I understand it. Are we going to get my tank done at any point? Igor, you're useless. Could you come deconstruct that? By the way, again, congratulations on being a dad. Your baby's in a tube. Once you get the plague, maybe you're prone to it. I can only imagine you probably are. I mean, it wiped out like a third of Europe. So, I mean, like, once you get the plague, you're pretty much going to die of the plague, is what history tells us. That's what history tells us. If you have the plague, probably you're dead. I think we've learned an important lesson from history. I try not to learn much, but when I do, it's an important one. Like, hey, if you get the plague, time's up. Third of Europe gone. So there we go. We're going to move all the batteries down there. All the batteries going to live down there, and everyone will be happy with the place that I put my batteries. Legion, welcome, welcome, welcome. And then I'm going to move these guys around. Do we really need the marriage spot anymore? I don't really need that. Rhodey, did I put you on the right things? Yeah, I did put you on don't wear terrible clothes. Okay, you're on that. You're good. That's fine. I just need better clothes is really what I'm looking for here. Are we out of places to shove a dead tiger? We can't possibly be out of places to put a dead tiger. I say the funnest things when I play this game. Okay, put a dead tiger up here. That's a perfectly good spot for a dead tiger. Put it up there, and we can have basically anything except corpses that aren't us. Or are us. Anyway, one of those two things we don't want to have up here. So none of us, and no chunks either. We don't really need to tie up the space with that. Largely just rotting corpses is what I need to see up there, guys. Rotting corpses, if they're rank and dead, because you could be rank and alive. Lord knows, I've met a few of those people. But if you're rank and dead, that's where I want to put you. We're not really moving very fast on my turrets. You know what I need is a constructoid. I got to get more mechs kicking around. And where am I going to put them? I mean, I know where I'm going to put the mechs. I just don't know where I'm going to put, like, more chargers and things like that. All right, I'm going to back burner that idea in the back of the burner that is in my mind. Anything to murder? A peacock? Sure. Bunch of monkeys. Sorry, Buzzkill, but that is lunch right there. One each for the colonists. Yeah, it's basically a dead tiger hole. Yeah, it's a dead tiger hole. It's where you put your dead tigers, really, when you need, well, a spot to put your tigers. Most RimWorld gameplay have a lot of audio that is awful and out of context. Yeah, basically, Legion, this is why RimWorld works so well for shorts. Because you can take anything under 60 seconds that you said in RimWorld, and it's either funny or horrifying. It works great for that kind of thing. Works absolutely great for that. Just chop it right up. You can get a whole bunch of shorts out of one video. Won't be doing that anymore, but can get a whole bunch of shorts out of one video. Just any 30-second clip is going to have something either awful or funny in it. Rhodey, how's the crippling drug addiction going for you these days? Wow, minus 35 on that, huh? Minus 35 on that. I know we're missing a form of steel. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. In fact, we're going to work on it right now. Okay, right now is when that's going to happen. Get rid of this. Get rid of this battery too. Yeah, can we move that last battery, please? I got a church to put together here. And anyone? Igor? Okay, Igor, when you're done with your... No, Igor, don't go to bed. Work on that battery, please. Just go do that. And then I'm going to shuffle some things around here. So we're going to move this over here. And we'll move that over here. I got to put the whole church back together. Everyone's all fussy about not having a church. Well, here's your church. Okay, church for you right here. Move that guy over there. There we go. And then what's the thing? Your steel altar of steel that's very steely and loves steel. What is your thing again? Yes. Good news for you. I'll make it out of steel. You'll love it because it's all steel. There we go. Pop that guy right in there. Actually, yeah, no, right there will be perfect. That'll be just fine. There's a lot of human textile, Legion. Yeah. I don't know how long you've been around, but I did have one RimWorld colonist who, for quite some time, wore a shirt made out of the skin of his dead mother. That was fun. That was fun times. That was really, really good. Who needs... Oh, apparently nobody needs medical treatment anymore. Thank you. Don't bother telling me then. Could we get... Is anyone on cleanup duty? Rhodey, what are you supposed to be number one on? Handling? Okay, could you go, like, numero uno cleaning? In between doing the Mastodon thing, could you, like, get wicked down with things, please? Also, could we get this deconstructed so I can redo my thing over here? All right, anyone want to get on that? Thule, what are you up to right now? You're feeding Paul. That's actually probably a really good idea. Igor, I know I'm leaning on you heavily. Oh, you're cooking. Okay, Rowan, what are you up to? You're training. Could you not? Could you actually just... Oh, you're not assigned to construction. That trough, you like doing things? You're hunting a monkey. That's probably valuable. That's probably valuable. Okay. Hang on, coffee. You're right, Grunt. I should have more joy wires. Rhodey will get over his psychite addiction at some point. Because he's not genetically addicted to drugs. He's just on drugs. And I don't have any to give him, which is usually my response. Just, have more drugs. The response to any crippling drug addiction is just to continue to do drugs. That seems like the simplest and most efficient way to do it. Don't do drugs, kids, unless it's in RimWorld, and then do them like all the time. So if somebody could get down and do this, I'd really like to finish my, I guess, tasks, really, more than anything. This could get done, and that could get done. What? Oh, a combat supplier. Okay, they're not going to have what I want, but I'll go chit-chat to them. Igor, what are you doing? You're cooking? Okay, can you get on the space phone, please? Yeah, call Noah. Noah might have some fun weapons. Noah, you got any drugs? Alright, you get a tech print for armor. That's cool. Shield core I still want. Yeah, you don't really have anything. No, I don't want any of this. Why would you think I want any of this? This is all garbage, man. I don't want any of this stuff. Alright, you can have some of my stupid stuff, basically. Can't have my laser. I like my laser. Alright, so that can go. You're definitely not getting any of the back suits. None of that. Nope, none of that. What have I got here? Apparently I have a sash. You can have a sash. Okay, that's, this is a very, very useless... Actually, what's Deathless? Wait a minute, a gene pack for Deathless. Interesting. Interesting. It's, wow, that's a lot of money that I cannot afford right now. I can, but somewhere along the way I need more beacons. Something's not working out with my beacons here. Rhodey's going on a tantrum. You know what? That's actually good. That'll cheer you up. So I'm going to need some more beacons somewhere, because that did not factor in all of the silver that I actually own. Most fussy. So I don't need that. I don't need that. Rhodey, you just kind of work it all out, dude. If you want to beat something up, that's cool. Yeah, you get that wall, man. Get that wall. Good for you. You'll feel better when this is done. Yeah, you'll feel great. Diamond, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, after all of that, can I please start to get some of my things? Who is supposed to be on construction? Paul, my priest. Could you start doing things, please? Just do the things that I ask you to do. And then we're going to go do the one in the fridge. Actually, we probably won't. We'll probably do this one right here. And then we'll go do the one in the fridge, because it's closer. There we go. So do that. How to make human harvest more efficient. Yeah, I really... It's kind of... Well, geez, I hate to toot my own horn here, Legion, but because I'm a genius, I already solved that problem. The problem is you want to butcher them on site. That's your solve for that right there. Here's your... Well, let me break this down for you, Legion. Because I'm really just waiting for the FBI to knock on the door. I may as well encourage them. So your problem, as a cannibal and as someone who likes to wear human skin, your problem is size, bulk, mass, that kind of thing. So you go out and you stumble upon a corpse, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. I love eating human flesh. And I would like a hat made out of human skin. But this body is very large. I do not believe I have the capacity to get this home to deal with it, to process it, if you will. So what you're going to do, here's your solve. Here's your solve, Legion. What you do is you butcher on site. Okay? You butcher on site, and you just take the bits home that you like. It's genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So it works great. So really what you need at all times, Legion, what you need at all times is a butcher table. Now you're going to say to yourself, hey, wait a minute, Dave. If I can't carry a person, how am I going to carry a butcher table? That doesn't seem right. No. You pack it up. And if that isn't working out for you, I understand that. What you just need then is a butcher spot. Okay? Now, that will be odd to literally anyone else around you. Because here's what's going to happen, Legion. You're going to come across that body. And you're like, wow, that is awesome. Because I'm a cannibal. I love to eat human flesh. And I would really like a hat made of human skin. But again, as we've previously discussed, I do not have the capacity to get this corpse back to where I would like to process it. So I'm going to butcher on site. I'm going to take Dave's advice. I'm going to butcher on site. But I don't have a butcher table. I meant to pack one up, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to mark out a square on the ground and get my cleaver out and see what happens. I'm talking about a thing here. This is very important. I see the mad rats. I can see them in 3 different screens. But I think it's really important that Legion understands what your options are. So what you're going to do, again, you didn't bring a butcher table, even though you should have. I told you that. Even though you shouldn't. You should have. Okay? I said bring a butcher table. You can pack it up, put it in your pocket. But you didn't do that. So what you just really need is a crayon, a red crayon preferably. You're going to mark out a square on the ground. I don't know where you are. Maybe you're in front of a Walmart or a McDonald's or something. A parking lot would be good for this. You're going to mark out a square on the ground, drag the corpse over there, and start butchering it right there. Get the bits that you want, and then take them home with you. Now, that may alarm some people around you. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're quick, you can totally get away with it. Totally get away. I got to go deal with some mad rats, Legion. I will come back to your issue if I need to, but I believe I've solved all of your problems today. Mad rats are coming from everywhere. Neat. Everyone... You know, the only problem with the is just putting everyone back where they're supposed to be. Everybody go inside. And then probably, if we're talking about rats, I bet you my turrets can handle this. I bet you my turrets will handle this just fine. I don't even think we show up for this one. Although that mech is taking its sweet time to get anywhere at all. How many rats are we largely dealing with? I see one. Okay, there's somebody firing over there. That's working out. Yeah, you're coming into a bank of 4 turrets. You're already dead. That's already dead. Yeah, we'll just wait them out. This is very, very straightforward. I think there was 3 rats total. I just did 11 tigers. You think I got a problem with 3 rats? Yeah, are you dead yet? Not quite, but you will be, like, wicked soon. Wicked soon. Actually, not really, because you're going away from where my turrets are, which is most fussy of you. It really is. I should put more... Oh, there you go. That turret's found you. And you're going to go around the corner, and you're going to be facing some more turrets. There we go. More turrets coming in. Yep. Line my ship with turrets. Go ahead and shoot it. There we go. Okay, I think we've solved the problem there. Everything's fine. So go back to what we were doing there. Everybody go back in unrestricted, and then all the things there. You guys need to be there and there. And then the mechs, unrestricted, the house, and you guys can go wherever you want. Okay. Okay, there you go. Everything's fine now, once again. 3 rats, really. When do I get Blade? 0.6 days. Nice. I'm just going to throw it right back in the tube. Let's be very clear about this. I don't want to fuss with children. That's what tubes are for. That's why we have baby tubes. So you don't have to deal with them until they're like 18, and they can talk like a sensible human being, or at least as sensible as you're going to get. So, yeah, I have no plans to actually deal with the child. I'm going to immediately shove it back in a tube, but it'll be exciting, briefly, very, very briefly. Wow, I have a lot of wood. Like, way more than I really planned to have. I should make things out of that, so let's make some more shelves, like this. No, that's going to block the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this is not ideal. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move this shelf literally anywhere else. I know you can't do it now. I know you guys can't move the shelf right now, but eventually do that. In fact, you know what? I'll just have Paul go down there and bang that out. How are we doing on church? Church is looking pretty good. Church is looking pretty spiffy. Not bad at all. There we go. Okay, we've opened up. Paul, I hate to keep dragging you down here. Could you actually just finish that off? It's just kind of annoying me that deconstruction tasks are like the lowest possible priority. Actually, I think building fences is the lowest possible priority. But after that... Oh, I'm going to need more shag carpeting. Do I have any cloth? I do. Excellent. I even know what color that still is. That's Viridian. Viridian. Roadies in a daze. That's fine. That's really a great place for you to be. That's a great spot for you to be getting over your drug addiction, is in a daze. So we're going to move that shelf over here. I'm going to wall this bit off, which seems counterproductive, and it is. It absolutely is. But it will make sense someday. It really won't. That's a lie. Sorry, that's not true at all. Marble tile. Do I have any marble? Sandstone, granite, limestone, slate, marble. Cool. So let's do marble blocks under here. Marble tile. And I think it's just those bits. Yeah, those bits are all I need to do. And then this shelf could also get moved. Have a slightly nicer bedroom in here. Yeah, this is all coming together. This is all part of the plan. Also, kill some turtles while you're out there. I mean, there's no reason to have turtles. Nobody needs those things. Wait, I mean, what are they doing? What's a turtle doing with my life? Nothing. Nothing. With all these cooking shows under the bed, I bet Dave can butcher in his sleep. Dude, I haven't even got chopping an onion down yet. Chopping an onion looks like sorcery. It really, I don't understand it. It's like sorcery. It's just like, how are you doing that? How do you make that happen? I do not get how you chop an onion. And, like, make it look nice. Like, I can take a knife to an onion. Anyone can do that. Ambi, welcome, our favorite alcoholic chicken. Anyone can take a knife to an onion. But actually making it look good, that's the part that seems like sorcery to me. I don't even understand how it happens. Boy, this place is a hot mess. There's so much mastodon poop everywhere. So much mastodon poop. It's just all over the place. Hey, is the psychoid anywhere to the point where I could actually harvest some of it? 50%. We might be able to pull this off. I might be able to save my genetic drug addicts here. But not yet. Mira, yeah, no, we're not dead yet. The hope springs eternal. You know, at any given moment that could happen. Oh, Bladesborn. Baby, welcome. You're nothing. You're a hybrid. Okay, and there's your genes. Yeah, I've made Blade. Can we put you back in the tube because you're a child and I just don't want to deal with you? So insert the person. Yeah, no, don't put Igor in there. Igor is fully formed and a piece of genius. Hashtag geniusosity. So if somebody wants to pop the baby back in the tube, like any time, it's just sitting on the floor, guys. Guys, there's just a baby on the floor. Do we maybe want to move the baby? I'm just saying it's laying on the floor. Okay, well, when that thing's dead, don't come crying to me. Don't be like, oh no, our baby that we didn't actually plan and had nothing to do with. Well, Igor, again, did have something to do with it. You know, 30 seconds in a corner. But Thule really had no opinion on that. I just sort of said, hey, I'm going to take these bits out of you. Igor had more of a personal connection, I guess is what we want to say there, a personal connection. Okay, this needs to get blocked in. And then I'll deconstruct that one, and that'll be much better for getting shelves in there. That'll make much more sense. I like it when I make sense. Could we... This is Vaxstone, right? Why are we not making Vaxstone blocks? Probably because I don't have anyone to actually do it. I don't have anyone to do that. Oh, never mind. We're doing it literally right now. Thank you, Rowan. Appreciate that. No, don't put baby in a bed. No. We've got plans for the kid. Those plans are largely tube-based. Igor, would you put your son in the tube, please? No, I don't want you to enter the vat. I want you to... No, don't play with a baby. Why would you want to do that? Babies don't like that sort of thing. Just put the baby in the tube. For God's sakes, kid. I'd like to say man, but you're 15. You're a 15-year-old daddy. I could also, again, going for like a vague degree of efficiency here, I could move this battery down to here. Boy, when this thing explodes, it's gonna wicked explode. Is there a fire by the thruster? Probably. When is there not? Yeah, there's a fire up here. There's always a fire. There's probably like 3 fires going on right now. There's one. Okay, I was wrong. There's a single fire going on right now. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is not my problem. Not my problem at all. But it will technically spread. So just for funsies, I'll just say we should probably go put the fire out. So if anyone wants to get on that, I mean, don't rush. I'm really more concerned about getting the baby out of the bed. It's taking up a perfectly good bed, and putting the baby in the tube where babies belong. Okay, because this baby is not in a tube, is what I'm saying here. The mastodons don't have to be in a tube. They're very self-sufficient. But we have to put babies in tubes. Why is this not going in? Go be in a tube. I think they will at some point. Maybe there's no nutrition in there. That's entirely possible. What do travelers want? What? 67 herbal medicine? Oh, hell no. Hell no. No. I'm not giving you herbal medicine. Now, because I'm a nice guy, I'm not going to kill, arrest, sell, or harvest you. But I'm not giving you anything. No, you can just bugger off. I'm not giving you 67 herbal medicine. Are you insane? I have people with the plague. Paul, do you still have the plague? How did that work out for you? Yeah, you seem to have dealt with that. Yeah, you seem to have gotten over your plague issues. Travelers harmed. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all to them. Oh, wait a minute. They're like all aggro now. What? Oh, it's a cobra. Okay. Once again, RimWorld. I am not in charge of this cobra. I didn't do this. Now they're aggroing on me. They're like, well, it must be your cobra. Look, I get it. I get it, travelers. I get it. You're looking at me going, dude must own a cobra. This has got to be his cobra. He's got mastodons. He's had tigers. He's had cyborgs. This has got to be his cobra. But it's not. I didn't do this, but now they're all aggro on me. Well, you know what? When you die, it's going to be your fault. Okay, team? Team? Apparently, a cobra we do not own has caused problems for us. So now we've got to deal with things. As our turrets... Yeah, the turrets are going to take care of this. The turrets aren't happy with this. This is not my cobra. I'm sorry you walked into... Look, you didn't even do well against it. You lost 2 members of your faction to a cobra. And I know for a fact cobras are a cowardly, cowardly animal. We saw that in the Infinite Zombie Generator, a.k.a. the Davebox. Hashtag trademark copyright the Davebox. They're a cowardly creature. Well, you're all dead. You're all just dead. I suppose I'll throw your corpses somewhere. Are you guys bold enough to come after me? You want to give that a go? No, I didn't think so. Why don't you just wander away? Just walk away, Gaston. Just walk away. You lost 2 of your own people to 1 cobra. That's an embarrassment. You should be embarrassed, and you should walk the heck away. Guys, I think we're fine. I don't think we need to fuss with these guys. Just everyone go back to work. That's a them problem, not a me problem. Low baby food. Yeah, you're right. Because I want to put the baby in the tube. You see. The baby is starving. Can you get this kid like a steak or something? I bet a monkey. Give the kid a monkey. Kids love monkeys. Kids love monkeys. All right, I will make some baby food. Because apparently we're taking time to put the kid in the tube. No, don't do it times that. Do the times 4. It's just more efficient. And you know your channel's all about efficiency. You love being efficient. Where's baby food? There it is. So, I don't know, make like 3 of those. Put that to the top. I didn't create the child just to have it going. Why can we not put the baby in the tube? I'd like to put the baby in the tube. Paul, when you're done with your magic machine there, can we figure out why we can't get the baby? We have had this problem many times before. Many, many times before. Growing the growth vat? Yeah, that sounds about right. Are you gonna go get the... Okay, you're gonna go get the baby. Never mind. Don't sweat the baby food. Don't waste food. Okay, I figured out the baby food issue. The baby food, just throw the baby in a tube. Paul? Oh, we have no power now. Okay, go back to making the baby food then. Go make some baby food. Why did we run out of power? Did we... It's probably something exploded. It always does. So, just make 1. No. Make 1 where I want you to make 1. There we go. And somebody will be on that. Why are we losing power? Batteries are full. Is there a break in our power line somewhere? Doesn't... why are these not connected? That's... Oh, because I removed the battery. That's why. Because I took the battery out, Dave. Paul, I know you love your Religion of Steel. Could you actually, like, wicked prioritize doing that? Alright, took the battery out. That's the problem right there. Did you name the baby Blade? No, I'm going to wait for it to get out of the tube. I need a vision, Crimson. I need a vision. I don't know what the vision is for Blade. I know I've created basically a daywalker, a Domfir, if you will. Not quite a vampire, but not quite not. And it's very exciting. We're all very excited about this. I know you're all very excited about this. Because anything that I'm excited about, well, largely you guys dread. But I'm very excited about this. I don't have the vision yet. I've had many child vampires. I've got one right now. Igor's a 15-year-old vampire. I've been doing child vampires since the concept of creating vampires came out in RimWorld. That's not the problem. The problem is I don't know what the vision is for Blade 2.0. But I will. At some point, it's just going to click. I'm like, that's what we're doing to that kid. That's where that kid's future is. Don't know what it is yet, but it'll be something, and we'll be very excited. We'll be like, wow, that was really exciting. I'm so glad I stuck around this channel. This still isn't... Oh, it's not working out because you haven't actually deconstructed that. That will make much more sense. Paul, Did you finish your church thing? Not really. Not really. The power's back up. Paul, could you move the baby again? No, don't play with the baby. No, grow the growth vat. Throw the baby in the tube. Okay, Thule's chopping up a peacock. It's going to be mostly feathers, kid. I don't really think there's a lot of meat on a peacock. And every time I go to the market and demand peacock meat, they just look at me funny. And they ask me to leave. And then I have to go to, like, a different butcher shop. It's possible that when I kick down the door and demand peacock meat in a very loud tone of voice, wild-eyed, if you will, wild-eyed, that they feel threatened. And you know what? I understand that. I see where they're coming from with that. I'm going to put this battery somewhere not there, eventually. Right now, I'm just going to leave it there. I know we have a medical emergency. How's my psychite doing here? 54%. Okay, boy, that's a bit of a slow roll. That's a teeny tiny bit of a slow roll there, isn't it? Where are we at on my... I mean, I don't really need the fuel anymore, but I'll make it. Why are we not... Oh, we're not... I do need the fuel, because we had no fuel. That's part of the problem, isn't it? We had no fuel. Did everyone else... Yeah, everyone else is where they need to be. Oh, we made baby food. Yay, well, put it in the tube. Yay, we got the baby in the tube. About time. The flamingo's having a good time. The flamingo's having a great day. Like, see, if I could cross the genetics of the flamingo and the baby... Well, there's your vision right there. A small child with giant pink wings? Tell me you wouldn't buy one of those. I don't think you... I don't know if it would count as a human. Maybe you don't want to buy them. But, okay, there, we did the church. Church is back up and running. It's covered in mastodon poop. But it is up and running. Form of steel. Great, we're back to that. Did I made one of those, and then I think we deconstructed it. That took forever to make, too. That was such a long haul on that. At least the backstone's coming together. Where is my... In all of this mess... There it is, I see it, my artsy table. Okay, make another form of steel. What are we making that out of? Obsidian. Yeah, sure, why not? It's not good for much else. May as well make it out of that. Do I have enough obsidian? Is that like a thing that I have a lot of? Show me. No, that's a shard. No, that's completely different. What have I got? 231? What do I need for Paul's religious nonsense here? I need... No, not 1750. Oh, no, 400. We can't do it out of obsidian. Do it out of any stone block. I don't care. I don't have enough obsidian. Where's the fire? Oh, that's an easy fire. No, we don't even need to check in on that one. Don't even bother checking in with that one. Just leave it alone. It'll sort itself out. It's pouring rain. All right, back to work. So what is work? I'm not sure. More shelves would be a great idea. So let's do... Did I do a shelf here? I've done a shelf here. So this is only that. I could have just copied that, but then I didn't. You can put that in there, and that, and that. Okay, that'll be fine for that. Also, I need, like, some flooring in here, too. So get me, say, cement floor. So concrete like that, and that. And at some point, we'll get down here and deal with that thing there. Rhodey, you're back up and running. Briefly. How's the crippling drug addiction going for you there, kid? Yeah, boy, you hate life right now. That catharsis, you go nuts all you want, man. The catharsis is balancing out your psychite withdrawal. 57%. I mean, theoretically, I could take him prisoner, but then I've got to go, like, recruit him back and all that nonsense. I'll just let him flip out. So long as he doesn't go into a murderous rage, we're fine. I mean, because he is armed with a light machine gun. And a murderous rage would be somewhat crippling right now. Somewhat crippling right now. Okay. Still no sign of the mechs. Neat. While I've got a bit of, I'm going to arguably use the term downtime, let me see what our next move is going to be here. Because I'm not really sure what it is. I did want to head in the direction of where the other, like, thing is, like over here. But we keep getting sidetracked. What is this again here? Ancient Complex. Neat. I would love to be heading in that direction. That's why we put on all the good thrusters. Is the baby a male or a female? Thank God somebody's asking the important questions around here. It is, it's a baby. So, no, actually focus on the baby. Thank you. Apparently it's female. It's a 12-day-old female. It'll be a pleasant thing to have around here. The sound of running children, laughing children, in amongst all the drug addicts and vampires, violent criminals. This is exactly the sort of environment you want to bring a child into. This is going to work great. This is going to be awesome. I don't really need the egg box anymore because we have no egg-producing things, right? Actually, I have a female flamingo. Do they produce eggs? Apparently they do. 44%. Somebody remind me to check if that ever changes. Because if it doesn't, then I won't bother. I'll probably just get rid of the egg box and eat the flamingo. I tried to eat the other flamingos, but they keep coming back. They're a persistent creature. Do that and that. I'd like to get more stuff off the floor. This is kind of my primary goal right now. Just get things off the floor. And also, could we move that just so it's facing the right way? And then do another shelf right here. I might put a door there at some point. Did we ever address the little issues that we don't get overloaded with babies? This is not the run for that. So I actually don't have anyone who's like doing that sort of thing. I do in other runs. This one I did myself. So I got some bits out of Thule here, and then again Igor spent about 30 seconds in a dark corner and produced the rest. Really, this was my work, not anyone else's. No food in here, please, and no food in here, please. Thank you. No food anywhere, and no food in here. Nope, none of that. What keeps exploding? Sorry, why do we have so many explosions? Yeah, okay, there's some light fires. Light fires, and that like half the planet's on the map. There's some free steel up there. Somebody go get that. Why is that flower so big? That looks threatening and not unlike a Triffid. Yeah, these are normal fires. These are fires we can deal with all the time. Hey, did we ever move the corpses of those dummies down here? Yeah, we did. Okay. Got attacked by a cobra and lost. Now, could I finally get some fuel made, please? Because I really need fuel. Put that in there, and then we'll put, like, some kind of Oh. Now that I'm looking at that, I was thinking about hydroponics. I was thinking I could throw a few in there. Where do I even think I could fit hydroponics in this ship? Anywhere. I could put, like, one thing in here. But then I've got to have the light. It seems like a bit of a fuss. Paul, this is kind of your fault with the whole church thing. Because this could be a perfectly good hydroponics room. Paul, but no, we're going with church. Okay, we're doing church up here. That's what we're doing. When are we working on my, I don't know, testament to Steely Dan, or whatever it is we do with our religion around here? Do I actually have anyone at all on art? Chances are I probably don't. Technically, Vetrov's doing it. Okay, Vetrov, why don't you kind of focus on that? We'll try and get that done. I wouldn't mind another bookshelf. That would be nice, too. This is pretty much as good as it's going to get over there. What is this? What did we do here? Oh, a battery. Okay, funsies. That's fine. Just keep that there for right now. Actually, no. Install it over here. Just put that over in there. All right. And is my thing done? No. I've really got to get knife and shield back up and running soon. I need manpower. I need anything power. I just need power. Of any kind. I don't care what. And also extend the zone, by the way. Do that and do that. Anything new on the map to murder? Oh yeah, more peacocks, or peahens, technically. Chinchilla and a rash of monkeys. Alright, does anyone want me to take out the cobra? Apparently the cobra is a dire threat to anyone coming through the area who isn't me. Cobra's never bothered me. Apparently the cobra was my problem the entire time. Who knew? I say, who knew the cobra would be that much of a deal? Also, we got a battery over here down. I'm assuming we can get to that. I think we can just walk over the other batteries to do that. So, Paul, you love doing things. Oh, you're already doing it. Oh, good initiative there, Paul. Good initiative. You're already on it, kid. Well done, you. Yeah, he's right in there. You can just walk right over the batteries. I suppose I can put another one in there. Just treat it like hydroponics and just put them all right next to each other. Not a terrible idea. I would like to see another lamp because everybody loves lamps. It's like a meme. Like everybody adores having lamps. And boy, I need some more food. We've got plenty of meals. The meals are doing well. Nothing else is. I think if I harvest those, just for Test drive. Just somebody harvest that. I just want to see if we get anything off of it. If we do, then would we get anything off of that? Yes. Yes, we did. Okay, cool. No. Just harvest some more of them. I just need enough to make like 1 or 2 cups of tea to wake these guys up. Oh, no, the plague's done, Buzzkill. Well, I ignored it, as I do all plagues. It's a great... Much in the same way that I ignore fire, I just ignored the plague. It seems to have worked itself out. Nobody seems to be dead. The plague was ages ago. That was like last week Dave's problem. Not last week, literally. Like we dealt with that about half an hour ago or so. But yeah, it's all done. Paul's fine. Please go and immediately do that. And then where is my Psychite Tea folk? Let's go and bump that right up to the side. Don't bother with the baby. Nobody cares about the baby. It's in a tube. It's perfectly safe in a tube. That's not true. The power could go out and the baby could die. But it's broadly safe in a tube. Like, it's more safe than not, really, is what I'm saying there. Oh, there we go. That's what I need to say. Hey, Igor, could you bang some of those out, please? Because I've got genetic drug addicts who really need a cup of tea. Really need a cup of tea. Anytime now. Hey, Rhodey, what is it you're addicted to? It's like you can have a cup of tea, too, if you want. Again, my broad plan in RimWorld, if you're suffering from a crippling drug addiction, is to do more drugs. Boy, YouTube's going to flag this one. Just go ahead and do them. I can make more. It's just I'm in a bit of a lull right now. But generally, Rhodey, I am well stocked with freelance pharmaceuticals. Because it's a path to profit. Path to profit is what it is. Okay, there we go. Hang on. We got tea. Okay, you get a cup of tea. Put in Psychite tea. Thank you. And then can I do that to Knife even though he's not in a hospital bed? Yeah, no problem. All right. Knife and Shield will be back up reasonably soon. See, we're feeding the baby. The baby's going to get fed. Nobody's going to starve the baby around here. Nobody's going to starve a baby. The baby's in a perfectly good tube. We should be so lucky. We should be so lucky to be in a tube. I'd love to be in a tube. I'd love to. Just put a big tube right behind me. I'll climb right in there. I'm like, yeah, put me in a tube. Just knock me out for a while. Wow, that sounds so good. I'm so tired. It's been a tough couple of weeks. Oh, that sounds great. Okay, that would be like $1 trillion idea. I say $1 million idea. No, that'd be $1 trillion idea. Just your own personal tube. And you just go there. And like, it'd be like that movie that had the guy and he was like into sensory deprivation. Altered States. That was it. Altered States. Early 80s. Maybe late 70s. I'm not 100%. Saw it when I was small. I mean, smaller than I am now. Not necessarily physically smaller, but like age-related smaller. And freaked me the heck out, because it's a freaky movie. But like the whole thing is, the dude's got a tube. They had one in that movie, and that movie was ages ago. Why do we not have two? Everybody is whining about not having hover cars. I don't care about a hover car. Get me a tube. They promised me tubes in Altered States, which was like a wicked long time ago. Go Google it. I don't have time. That was like ages ago. Dude had a tube. It was really more of a box. I mean, when I actually think about the movie, it was more of a box. But the concept of the tube was emerging. People were saying, you know what? I would like to be in a tube. I would like complete sensory deprivation. I mean, apparently it makes you go insane, but I mean, look at me. Like, what's going to happen? How much worse can this get? What, am I going to design another infinite zombie generator? AKA the Davebox? Hashtag trademark copyright the Davebox? So, somebody get me a tube. One of you must be an engineer. And also a physician. And a microbiologist of some sort. I think you need a lot of skills to make a tube that would, not kill you. That's I'm sorry, if that was not implicit, it should be. The tube will not kill you. It'll actually, I don't know, put you in some sort of pleasant, sleepy, sensory deprivation thing that hopefully doesn't make you insane. So yeah, sorry, because like I can make a tube that will kill me. That I can bang out myself. That's easy. Make a tube, fill it with cement, done. So that part I've got. I get a sonar tube from any good construction site. I can find a tube that will kill me. Sorry, again, if it were not implicit, I would prefer the tube does not kill me, and in fact makes me happier. So somebody get on that. One of my viewers has got to be a engineer, biologist, doctor, something. I don't know what it takes to do that, but I'm sure one of you is. And if not, maybe you could team up. Maybe, like, we'll get together on this. There's a psychic soothe. See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's the sort of thing you get out of a tube. Why are we not dealing with shield and knife? Why are you saying cannot operate? Oh, your ideology prevents you from giving them drugs? Fine, I will find somebody else to do that. Wait, whoa. Can nobody do this? Okay, there we go. You can go do it. You're not a good doctor. You don't need to be. You just need to give him a cup of tea. There we go. You're up. No, I'm not done with you yet, kid. Hang on, I got a wake knife up here. Wait. Missing a psychite tea. Who drank the... No, there's tea right here. There's tea right here. Okay? Go get the tea. Pick it up. Okay? Pick it up. Now you have tea. You literally have it in your pocket. Go. What do you mean you're missing a psychite tea? What? You literally have it in your pocket right now. Okay, Grunt's on board. The rest of you can team up on my tube. It's very important that I have a tube. Soon. I'm very tired. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I've done a lot of work. I've stared at a lot of computers. Excuse me one sec. I've stared at a lot of computer screens in the last few weeks. And I've made a lot of changes to the channel. Good, bad, indifferent, I don't know, but I gotta do something. So I'm very tired and I'd like a tube. I would like a tube that puts me to sleep and everything is happy and wonderful and awesome. And I was promised that in Altered States. Admittedly, the end of that movie, it didn't actually really work out well for that guy. Yeah. So, like, okay, like the Altered States thing, but better. Like, where you don't go completely nuts. I don't actually remember what happened to him. It was a long time ago that I saw that movie, and I've never seen it again, because I don't actually think it was very good. I remember people talking about it a lot. People were like, wow, what a weird movie. And then, like, we all stopped caring about it. I prefer the tube to the joy wire. I just think... I think it would be more relaxing, frankly. I think it would be more relaxing. You're hunting a monkey. Could you not? No. I don't... Where's my psychite tea? Yeah, make this, like, forever. Okay? Make this, like, all the time. Make this your top priority. We've got, like, 12 things. I think it takes... might take 16. I might not quite have enough. All right, somebody go harvest a little bit more of this. I'd like to kind of save the rest for, you know, a larger crop. But here we are. These things are happening. Why could Igor... Igor, do you still have those drugs on you? I probably. Do you have psychite tea on you? No, you probably drank it. Did you drink it? Nope. No, wow, you've lost a lot of bits to frostbite. You're not even a nudist. So, I don't know where the tea went. Knife, we're working on it, dude. I got shield up. What do you do now these days? Oh, you're making psychite tea. Cool. Could you not drink it? Like, could you just, like, chill on that and give... Oh, knife's up. Somebody did it. Okay, somebody got that covered. All right, there we go. They're all up. That was a chore. Vetrov, why don't you have a slightly larger bedroom? You'll probably be into that sort of thing. And where are we at down here? This is all kind of broadly coming together-ish. I can make another one of these. Go put a shelf up like that. I still would like to see a lot more food in here. I just feel we don't have a lot of food going on, although the potatoes are going to be in soon. I've gone a little heavy on the non-food items, you know, the hardcore narcotics. I've gone a little heavy on that. Oh, also, we're not making fuel. We're not going anywhere unless I make fuel. So go ahead and do that, I don't know, like 15 times. I've got plenty of wood. Wood is not my issue right now. It never is. But I don't really have any fuel, per se. Okay, thank you. Thank you, You're not going to miss much. I'm going to wrap up pretty soon. So, wood is not my problem. Elephants are not my problem. Oh boy, there's a lot of good eating on them. Do I really want to face off against 6 elephants with elephant revenge? The answer is largely not. I thought vampires would grow small body parts. Yeah, well, apparently Igor's taking his sweet time on that. Sweet time. His toes, pinkies, all sorts of things are gone. It's because the kids keep sleeping in the freezer. Kids love sleeping in a freezer. They just love that. I do need actually a spot for chunks, because we're not moving these. And that's taking up a floor space, and that is unacceptable. Put that over there and just put just chunks. Nothing but that. And then those should be... Yeah, those are scheduled to be moved at some point. And then while we're here, actually, I could make that bedroom a little bit better. I'll figure that out when I get there. What did I do over here? I did sandstone. Okay, sandstone. We can do that. Not flagstone. No. No, just the regular sandstone tile will be fine. Thank you. And then we'll figure out the rest. But Vetroff will have a slightly larger bedroom. He'll love that sort of thing. Love that sort of thing. Have I seen the Evil Dead? Steven. Have you met me? The answer to that is actually no, you haven't. Are you familiar with me? The answer to that is kind of. In a weird way, but yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with you in the sense that, you know, I know what your style is all about. Actually, much more of a fan of Evil Dead 2. So back when I was a young lad, my friends and I would get together. Pretty much, we would watch that almost every weekend. Yeah, that was back in the days where you actually had to go to a physical location and rent a movie. Like, you had to take a physical movie home with you, and then like bring it back later. Like they didn't let you keep it. They're like, you got to bring that back, okay? Because that's like Evil Dead 2. That's a really fun movie. So you had to like go there and get it, and then you would bring it back later. Kids, ask your parents. It was a dark time. But yeah, we would watch that pretty much every weekend. That was our go-to movie. It was just like we'd hang out and eat potato chips and drink soda and watch Evil Dead 2. Definitely I don't even think anyone could argue that that's the best of the series. Evil Dead 1 was trying to be too serious. Evil Dead 3 was just silly. Evil Dead 2 nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. So I have seen that movie, well, I'll tell you what, far more times than Altered States. I believe I've seen Altered States once, and I'm not even sure I've seen the whole movie. I just remember the bit about the tube, which was technically a box. And I remember it didn't end well for the dude. Okay, hang on, I've got more things to do here. So, floor, no, I was on floors. You loved floors. Floors are great. So do the concrete down here. Okay. And I've got enough cups of tea that I can kind of not harvest the rest of my psychite. What? A Felonious' damaged shuttle. Well, that's Felonious' problem. Honor? Okay. Yeah, I could see doing this. Ooh, hang on, though. If I did that... Slam it into pause mode. If I did that goodwill... That should make me allied with the Empire. Right now I'm plus 59. This will give me, what, 84 with them? Then I could call trade ships, which is really what I need. And the other rewards are not spectacular. The honor is great. I'm going to do that for the goodwill. Yep, I'm going to accept that. Age reversal demanded. Oh god, somebody's got fussy about that. Super. Are we filling my tanks? Yes, actually we are. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll wrap it up there, because tomorrow I'll know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to come in and there's going to be a shuttle that crashes. I'm like, oh yeah, we were doing like a quest with a guy and a thing. But that goodwill will come in very, very handy. Yeah, I'll wrap up there, guys. I'll let you get on with far more important things to do with the rest of your day than watching this nonsense. Thank you so very, very, very much for putting up with this nonsense. I appreciate it. I look forward to this every week. And you guys never, ever disappoint me. Especially this last year. I'm relying on you guys. I really am. No, I'm not kidding about that. But I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back with this. And then... Well, I say we'll be back with this. I might do the birthday live stream tomorrow. It's not actually my birthday tomorrow. But it might be as close as we're going to get. You know what? I will or I won't. One way or another, we're streaming something tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Thank you again for coming by. Goodbye, goodbye, and good.